Okay, I wanted to show you guys some of my milling twisties. It's kind of faded in the background because I want to give you close-ups. So I decided to make it so that if I wanted to give you a close-up, you can see really good. So this is my double fluted milling bit right here, one of them. And despite what people think, milling bits are not flat on the bottom. If you look at the center of the milling bit right there, from the center of the milling bit to the outside edges, it's a slight angle. And that's because you drill a hole first and then you come down like this, and it relieves that pressure off the center right there. So basically, these are ice cream scoopers on steroids. They scoop or scrape when they turn. And then these edges right here carve the sides. But definitely not a drill bit. They're completely different. Some girl was asking me about that, and I told her a milling bit is not a drill bit. If you took a drill bit with the milling machine and you went left or right or whatever, you would break the bit and it would start bending. But with a milling bit, if you're careful and you go at the right RPM and you go at the right speed, you can carve a nice little channel. So I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of machinists on my channel talking about this stuff too. I've got quite a few years experience in Acme Gridley screw machines, and a little bit of CNC, and also Bridgeport milling lathes. So I've actually done quite a bit of machine work. I wasn't labeled a machinist, but I operated the machine. I didn't do the setup, but I operated the machine. So I'm sure the setup guys, when they come to my channel, they'll be able to talk about more in detail about some of the stuff here, because they're actual machinists, so they have a little more experience in this kind of stuff. This is my Cleveland twisty. I dropped this thing, messed it up. See right there? I messed it up. So I use this as a cheap milling bit for some art projects and stuff. If I want to cut a channel on something soft, I'll use this. And besides that, my milling machine is not recommended for any hard metals, just soft metals like brass or aluminum. And I take swipes of not more than 10,000ths of an inch at a time, sometimes even less, just to make sure that I'm not too hard on my machine or my bits. I like this one a lot. This one I got, it's a 4-fluted one here. You see that there? Really nice. This one makes really nice smooth cutting. But like I said, you drill the hole first and then you drill down this way. But like I said, I'm not using metals most of the time. I'm using plastics and soft materials. These bits will last forever probably. And then they got a roughing mill bit. That's for digging a hole quickly, and so that you can fix up the hole or the pocket that you drilled with another bit to smooth it out. This is one of my little 4-fluted twisties. I like this little thing. It's really small. All these bits I'm showing you are about 40 or 50 bucks. So it's kind of an investment. Like this one here, it's got its own little holder. See that? And then I've got some Harbor Freight cheap little twisties. These are the ones that you seen in my video where I was doing stuff with the balsa foam. And I cannot see the tip, so I don't know if they're milling bits or not, but they're tungsten carbide, and they're little swizzle sticks and twisties. See that one there? I can't really see the bottom, but I think they might be drills. They might not be mills, but drills. But anyway, it wouldn't matter because the balsa foam, this stuff, cuts aggressively through that balsa foam. This one here is about 1 millimeter. Even though the camera makes it look bigger, it's actually only 1 millimeter. And these break easy. They're $5, which is really cheap. So, and they give you a couple big ones here. And you can see if you look at the bottom of the bit there, it's actually kind of more like a milling bit than it is a drill bit. So these ones usually last. And this is what I use to mill out that plaster of Paris that I casted. I showed you guys earlier on another video. So kind of sure the machinists are going to stop by because I've got the little milling machine. So they're probably going to want to add something to the comment section, I suppose, about some of the stuff. This one here is one of my smallest ones, and like I said, these sets are very inexpensive. They're $5, so who cares if you break them, just buy more. This one here, if you look at it, it's about a 1/2 millimeter. I mean, it is very, very small. It's smaller than a pin. But there's that little twisty. So that one there. And then I'll show you one that's a little bit more of an aggressive cutter. If you look at this one, it's like a roughing bit. Some of the machinists would probably be able to tell me what they think of roughing milling bits. But this one here, it's got jagged edges or teeth around it. And it's a very aggressive cutter. This is what I use to outline stuff in balsa foam if I want to outline something and then go back in detail. So I use that. And I think what I'll do is I'll just move this whole box up close to the camera so I can give you a fast view here. So that way I can just line them up and give you a better picture of what they look like here. And there you go. Anyway, I have a lot of other different bits, but these ones were specifically for my milling machine for the balsa foam projects, and I'll show you the balsa foam here. If you want to go back in my other videos, you probably should, because you get an idea of what kind of work I've been doing with this stuff, kind of experimenting. There it is right there. Balsa foam, carve and sculpt, and then there you see the guy doing something with it there. And then once you put paint on it, it does become stronger. I've already tried paint, and it's really true. It strengthens it, but it's really easy to scratch and dent. See that? So it's great with the milling machine. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.